Hi everyone, continuing with 6.1 on law of signs. Now, this video is really optional for our class, but I'm going to discuss cases where you might use the law of signs. Now, in our class, on homework or exams, I would tell you when to use the law of signs, or say the law of cosines later on, but a later teacher might not be as nice and may not tell you when you could use the law of signs. So when can you use the law of signs? Well, over here, in black, in the previous example, I gave you two angles and a side length. And this is a case where you would use the law of signs. In this case, I'd be giving you AAS information. Two angles and a side length that's not the included side here. The things we found are in red. The things I gave you are in black here. So in the AAS case, I'll look at the top version of the law of signs. This is what we used. So I gave you angle big B, angle big C, and side length little b. Well, anytime you're given two angles in a triangle, you can find the third by using the 180-degree rule. So we can find this angle. And since this is a known ratio, you can set this equal to this part to solve for little a, set this equal to this part, and set equal to this part to solve for little c, and you can solve the triangle. But even in the ASA case, where I do give you the included side, little a, that works a little bit differently. So let's say I give you, instead of little b, let's say I give you little a. So instead of little b, I give you little a. Okay, but still, it's the case that if you know two angles of a triangle, you can then find the third angle, and you would then use this ratio as the basis of comparison. You'd use this and set it equal to this and this to get little b and little c. But in either the AAS or ASA case, this is the case where the included side would be given to you, you could find and solve the whole triangle. So basically, if you have two angles and a side length, you could do it. You could use the law of signs and solve the whole triangle. Assuming the angles are reasonable. You're not given a 200-degree angle. By the way, AAA would not be enough information. If you just had AAA information, well, you could have various sizes, right? I mean, you could have this or this, this whole family of similar triangles. If I gave you a bunch of angles, well, there's no known ratio here, so you couldn't do any relating. So AAA wouldn't work out. All right. But actually, there's something called the Ambiguous Ssa Case. If you're given two side lengths and a non-included angle, such as here, two side lengths and a non-included angle, okay, then you could use the law of signs, although it's possible. It's called an ambiguous case because you could get two different triangles. Like here, you could get an acute triangle, or you could get this obtuse triangle over here. For example, this triangle in black could be legit, but you could also rotate this side length here in, and you'd get another legitimate triangle. Remember, this angle was allowed to vary. But we're not going to worry about that in this class. I'll tell you when you can use the law of signs. Now, in the next video, we are going to deal with issues of area. That is required, and that's next time.